The What It Takes Radio Company. We're helping you in this coming year to reach your audience, bring your message to life, and have a touch of immortality. Hey, we are right there where we need to be in the transformation zone for a conversation. And here we go. Stop making resolutions for the new year. That's right. Don't do that. Do something very different starting now. Do something different now. Here's the story. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. You did it. You arrived in the transformation zone, but not really, not yet. You're right on the framework. You're right there on the door, because actually the transformation zone, which has been part of the Interesting Ideas podcast performance, but as Joe Pine has put together the transformation book, and those of you who have been participating in that, and along with Kevin, who has been the master artist and illustrator, and then me, kind of the coach and whatever else I do, we are making a whole new deal in which there will be a regular Transformation Zone YouTube channel and a Transformation Zone podcast channel. We've gone major league, and so I brought our major league player right to the game again. Kevin, welcome to the program, big guy.
Hey, Stan, well, thank you. You know, this is the perfect time. We're right here at the holidays, so happy holidays for whatever holiday you have, because it's a season of change. It really is. We are in the transformation season.
That's
right.
I love it. And we are in the zone, and that has a lot of good meanings, and that's what we'll be exploring. Kevin and I and Joe and others will be joining with ways to guide you toward perhaps even a transformed life. And Kevin has a major challenge. He's going to tell you to stop doing something. Kevin?
Well, Stan, you almost took my thunder there for a second.
Yeah, you're going to stop.
So, you know,
what?
So the first thing is, I want people to stop making resolutions, because technically they all fail eventually. And we don't want to fail. So I have a better idea, Stan. I think on January 1, everybody should start the New You revolution. I mean, get out there and start pleading your case. Because remember, transformations are about, especially when it's self-transformation, are about aspirations. Not just weight loss, not about, you know, going to the gym once in a while. We're talking about becoming something better. You know, what is our aspiration? That's a revolution. Let's make ourselves that next us, whoever we are.
Yeah.
And that's the point. That's what I like about the transformation zone, is that we can have that conversation about not so much what you need to do, which, and I've said this before, if you want to see how information or answers don't work, just go to the used bookstore, walk on down to the self-help aisle, and just start scanning the thousands of books on the shelves. Why? Because they're all answers, but they don't answer your question. Who do you want to become? That's personal. That's your own transformation. That's what I want to talk about. So when we launch this site officially, the channel, the conversations, we're all going to have a certain twist to it. Like Stan says, he's a great coach. He's going to talk about how you stay committed. Joe Pine and a few others, they're really good at talking about the frameworks, about guidance, and how that should function. And what I want to talk about is preparation. Because I discovered that researchers believe, or actually researchers have shown, that 96, now I'm going to say this again, 96% of all personal transformations fail.
Wow.
I mean, it sounds like, oh my God, why even begin to do it? Well, let's talk about what's causing this, or what are the three factors involved. Psychologists talk about the most common one, which is commitment, which you're familiar with, Stan. It's where people just don't stay committed, and so then it fails. I make a humorous anecdote before. Is a gentleman comes up to a smoker sitting outside smoking a cigarette. He walks up to him, and the guy puts, the cigarette smoker puts out the cigarette. He says, "Hey, have you ever thought about quitting smoking?" He goes, "Yeah, 20 times a day." In other words, we think about it, we attempt to do it, but we never commit to it. Why? Why can't we commit to it? That kind of takes us to the second one, the more, I guess would be the preceder to that, which is proper guidance. From what the psychologists say is that it's the lack of guidance or improper guidance that adds to the failure mechanism. So think about this. Your friends say, "Hey, Stan, I know you want to lose some weight. You should try this diet." It's like, it worked for me. And you go, "Okay, how did it work for you?" "Oh, no, you just follow you just follow it." Typically, they don't work. Like I said, we go back to the bookstore, look at the books. But there is one thing that I discovered, and I read through the research, and I realized the one thing that precedes even those is the act of preparation. If we don't know what to expect, if we can't see what we want to become, we'll never become it. I know that you talk about a picture, everything has to start with a picture.
Yes.
And that's true. You have to get a visual image in your mind about who you want to be. But also, how does it affect others around you, your family, your friends, your associates? It also affects the environment you're in. These are things you need to prepare yourself for those changes. And I think if you prepare properly, you'll be able to find the right guidance to support your view or what you want to become, and you'll have a greater ability to commit to it. And that's what the transformation zone is about. It's about having all those elements playing for you so you can become the next best you. And that's why I say, stop the resolutions. Stop them now. Start the revolution. Fight for what you want to become.
Say that again. Fight.
Which part? Let me go back to the beginning. No,
fight for what you want to become.
Stop the resolutions. You want to fight for what you want to become. Start a revolution.
There we go.
And that's what I'm thinking. That's what this is. To me, that's what the transformation zone and conversations are all about, is how to help you start your own revolution of self.
Again, fight, fight, fight.
Oh, thanks. There we go.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're saying. And, as someone once said to me, and they were talking both in terms of a spiritual realm and a personal realm, they said, "Please keep in mind, Stan, everything worthwhile will be difficult."
True.
And you're absolutely right. The fitness guys will tell you that on January 2nd, they'll be full of people.
And by April 1st, they'll be empty.
That's right.
It's strange when you think about it that these businesses have made their fortune off of a business model of you, me, and everybody else failing.
That's correct.
Because they know you've got to come back. You're going to make that next year's New Year's resolution. You're going to come to the gym. You're going to eat more salad. You're going to change yourself. It's a great thought. We all should think that way. But I think it's no longer about resolutions, because we've accepted a resolution to be a passing thing. So we're actually going into the game knowing we're not going to commit and finish it.
There we go. All right. That's perfect for today as we go into Friday, flowing into the weekend and the New Year's coming. Remember, this weekend, no resolutions. Anybody ask you if they made any new resolutions? What should they say, Kevin? They got to be kind of bold and brave and maybe cause people to stop for a second.
No, I'm not making any resolutions. I'm making a self-change revolution. I'm going to become the next me.
The next me. Oh, I like that. Yeah, the next me. Kevin, people want to know more about you, so why don't you help their preparation? Okay, by showing them how you, particularly in terms of helping them with the illustration and the storytelling and the picture making, will be able to help them. So show them your shop in preparation for this time. Yes.
The next me.
There you go.
To Stan saying, it has no answers, folks. No answers. Only questions that you have to discover for yourself, because it is about you. It's not about me. It's not about Stan. It's about you.
It's about you. Remember, it is about you. Hey, have a good weekend. Best and blessings to all of us. We all need it. And part of the way we can be blessed is we perhaps give a few blessings to others and see if it comes back to us, because it will. Hey, have a good weekend, my friend. We'll see you next week as the Transformation Zone goes from its soft launch to full rocket steam.
And we'll see it. And when you come back, folks, remember, do subscribe and do like, ring the bell, whatever those weird things.
Whatever you're supposed to do. Whatever you're supposed to do.
Do it.
Do it. Take care, my friend.
Goodbye, Stan. Have a great weekend.